We're getting asked to do more for less. We're getting increasingly commoditized. Procurement's playing a bigger role. Consumers are demanding to pay less and want less. Online competitors, internet commoditized. If you don't want to be commoditized, then you have to, by definition, find something to compete and win on that is not price. And in the absence of doing that, then the only way a customer can make a decision between you and somebody else is based on price. What we found from our research, Julie and I, what were the kind of categories of and areas of where the value kind of got found? The first one was there are problems that customers and clients have that they really care about, and then there are problems that they care about even more. And that most organizations are solving a problem that is actually just a subset of a much larger problem. And if you had the ability to move up the value chain and solve the higher order problem, there was likely less substitutes for that problem. The second is this notion of complexity and scarcity. That because most organizations need massive scale to justify investment and grow product, they avoid the most complicated solution sets. But the avoidance of those solutions or those problems is actually where the white space ultimately got found. And organizations that were able to solve for complexity also became increasingly differentiated. What was interesting though is that they often didn't make great deals of money on the scarce solution of the complex problem. But by owning the relationship that came with that, they made a great deal of money selling their core products as well. And I'll give you an example of that as we go. This idea of risk, we won't talk too much about this today, but particularly in the B2B space, as clients look to take risk off their balance sheet and put it on somebody else's, we saw some fascinating examples of where people were able to essentially assume that risk on behalf of the marketplace. 4 is friction. How do you make stuff easy? And I don't think that's radically new or different, and certainly not going to go away, but that was the 4th. And then the 5th, which was fascinating to us, and we actually avoid, even though we're in the business of helping organizations do this, we kind of avoided the softer side of the findings. But they were so overwhelming we couldn't step away from it. It was this idea that actually the emergence of meaning and story and purpose was as much a differentiator as some of the more objective things.